Hi, this is Daryl with Full Bore Engraving. Today we're going to talk about how to make a clock face. This will be a 2-foot diameter piece of pine that's an inch thick, and we're going to do some spiral text on it, as you can see in the picture right there. So let's sit back and I'll show you how to get that done and with CorelDraw, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks, bye. Okay, we're in CorelDraw now, and I'm going to show you how I made that clock face that I showed earlier. What we want to put in there is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 8. So you can see up here, I just typed it all in back to back. Time to heal, time to break down, and a time to build up, all the way through verse 8. So the clock face is going to be 2 foot in diameter. So I started off with a 25-inch canvas, 25-inch square. Inside of that, I put a blue circle, which is 24 inches in diameter. Then I came in another inch and I made another circle, and then a circle, and then another circle just inside of that. So for every hour mark, I put a fatter line, and every minute mark is a smaller line. The customer only wanted 4 numbers, so there's 12, a 3, a 6, and a 9. So before we get started on showing you how to put a spiral text in there, I'm going to select all of these, and I'm going to come up here to Object and Group, or you can hit Control G and group all those together. And then I'm going to right click on that group, and we'll come down here and I'm going to lock it. That way, no matter what I do, I don't mess that up. So I want the spiral to be put right in the center. So you can come down here, and the spiral tool is under the polygon, star, spiral, the other stuff. So you just come down and you click the spiral. Now it comes in like 7 or so. Let's say it's let's just put a 5 in there. And that's how many spirals there's going to be. You want to make sure you also click on this symmetrical spiral, not the logarithmic spiral. So the symmetrical spiral. Go in here and move your cursor till you see the center. Center pops up. Just press the left mouse button. Hold the Shift and the Control button down on Windows, and that grows it from the center symmetrically. Well, I can see already that's not going to be enough. So I'm going to delete that. So you come up here and change this. In my case, it's going to be 15. You'll just have to play with it and see what it's going to do for you. So come back over here and find the center again. Press the left mouse button, hold the Control Shift button down, and zoom it out. She wanted the beginning of the words to start close to the 12. So I'm going to bring it out a little ways just to make sure that it's going to miss those numbers. And now I'm going to slide back up just a little bit to my text. Go back to the pick tool. Click on the text. And I like to just copy it so in case I mess up, I can still have that text up there. So I'm going to hit the plus button on the keyboard. That makes a duplicate of it. Come up here to your text tool, text menu. Hit Fit Text to Path. Come down here and hold your cursor right close to the, you can see it starts putting it in there, but you can see it's all bunched up at the end. So let me come on down toward the middle, and you can see what's happening. The text is starting in the middle, rotating counterclockwise to the outside, which is the opposite of what we wanted. So I'm going to just hit the escape button and stop that process. It's got a lot of text, so it takes a few seconds to stop. So how do we fix that? Well, if you click on the shape tool and then click on your spiral, you'll see the little arrow pointing counterclockwise. Well, that's the opposite of what we wanted. So if you right click while this is all selected and hit reverse subpaths, you see it switches that arrow around. So now let's go back to our pick tool, select the text. All right, let's hit plus again. And then go to text, fit text to path. And then we come back over here, set it right outside that path, and wait for it to show up. And there it is, except it's not exactly where we want it, so let's move it around until it gets there. And this is a little slower than it normally would be. You see the little red line pop up right there? That shows that it's beginning at the first, and it's going to be right on that path. So let's move it back to the left just a little bit and get it right on that path. It's a little tricky. If I zoomed in, it'd be a little easier, but it's kind of harder to do when it's zoomed in. So there we go. I'm going to left click my mouse button, and that should put it there. All right, there it is. But it's starting down here by the 3. She wants it to start up here by the 12. So let's rotate this entire thing counterclockwise. And in my case, it's going to be, let's click on the spiral. Oh, let's click back off of this. Click on the spiral. And here, up here at the top, there's the angle of rotation. And I'm going to hit 85 degrees and hit enter. You'll see it spin around. Okay, now we got the F real close to the 12, which is kind of what she wanted. We might make it a little further out, but if we did, it might interfere with the 6 down here. And right now it looks like the 6. Let's zoom back into it. 6 is missing the text, so that's good. So let's zoom back out. And I'm rotating the mouse wheel to get it in it, zoom in and out. It's a little slow because there's a lot of text, a lot of things going on. So this time I'm going to take the zoom tool and zoom back into what I want. So let's get rid of the spiral. Click your pick tool. All right, let's select the text. Go up to Object and break text apart. And then let's select the spiral when it gets through. So let's click off of it, click the spiral. And let's hit our left mouse button. I've got my nudge factor at 25, so it should get it out of the way. So there we go. So there is the text going clockwise. Let me zoom in just a little bit so you can see it a little better. All right, so everything there is a season and time all the way around to the middle. Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 8. So she wanted it at the end, so there it is. So let's zoom back out. And final time to zoom in. And there you are. So we're going to take this out to the laser and I'll show you how it engraves, and I'll talk a little bit about some things I like to do on text, especially when you're trying to engrave pine, which is what this is. I like to put a vector edge around it. So, and also this blue circle, I'm going to use it to help line up the center of the thing to make sure that it all looks good when we get out there. So I'm going to drag around all the text and select it, and I'm going to put a vector line around it. So I'm going to right click the green. That's the color I want to put on it for now. And you'll see that it will put a green outline around it. And you'll also see that it's come down here at the bottom and it's a hairline. So you want to make sure that your outline is in hairline. And I'm going to do that for the rest of the items too. The 12, the circles around it. This blue line is not going to be vectored. I'm just using it for alignment purposes. So anyway, let's go out to the laser and I'll show you how it's done, and we'll show you how to center this up, and then we'll finish it up and talk to you a little bit. So hang on, see you in a little bit.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be. I just wish I had seen.